Welcome to Get Fully Booked, Go Viral, and Get Rich with Your Content, the podcast that fuels your marketing, your sales, and your entrepreneurial spirit. I am your host, Brittany Budd, and I am thrilled to welcome you to another amazing episode. This is where we deep dive into the world of marketing, sales strategy, visibility hacks, business breakthroughs, mindset mastery, and CEO habits. As a woman and a mom, I know what it takes to succeed in the online space, and I am here to share all of it with you. No sugarcoating, just real talk. Let's dive into another episode together. Friends, oh my goodness. We put a new tree in. I saw this tree 2 years ago. It was like it was like an hour and a half in another city, hour and a half away. It was so pretty. It had these huge leaves, these like little clusters of flowers. And so I ordered one all last year. Nobody called me, but this year they called me. So I went and picked it up and we planted it. And it is so goofy looking. It has no leaves. It's like 11 feet tall and it just has like a handful of branches at the top. It's so silly, but I'm hoping that it survives. Anyway, I want to talk about the algorithm today. Every time I talk to my clients about the algorithm, I realize that I know a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't know about the algorithm. But that's my job. Like it's not up to anyone else to go and try to figure out what the algorithm really does. All we know is that 1 minute I'm getting engagement and visibility and the next minute I'm not, and what the hell is going on? And so like even my team, like I have an agency and even they will message me sometimes and be like, what's going on? Because I just love learning about this stuff. So like the first things first is like, and I don't always, but I did get shit from a past client about this, but I think she was maybe not neurodivergent like me. But like number one, don't look at the analytics. Don't look at the engagement. Like just keep putting out great content and being yourself. Like that's the number one thing to remember, because the algorithm is always going to be changing. Like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, Pinterest, LinkedIn, like they're always going to be doing updates and adding features and trying to keep these platforms interesting for the users. Otherwise, what are we here for? And so every time they do that, like shit's gonna hit the fan and your engagement's gonna go wonky, your views are gonna go wonky. Like that's just part of it. But if you look at your analytics, it is gonna make you feel sick all the time, especially if you are a neurodivergent person like myself. Like I can really get caught up in like looking at the numbers and trying to like beat my own score and all of these things. You may or may not have heard me talk about like utilizing the algorithm as, or like viewing it, I view it and teach it as like a win-lose points game system. So every time you put out content that the algorithm views as like engaging, meaning people are giving you a thumbs up, giving you a heart, giving you a care reaction, commenting on it, sharing it, that tells the algorithm, ooh, this person is putting out something that is engaging. Like, let's give them, like, quote unquote, again, I'm using like a win-lose point system game as my analogy, but like, let's give this person points. And as you build up your points, the algorithm continues to go, ooh, this is good. This is good. Let's keep showing this person stuff. So this is where people get really fucked up in a launch, because we don't want to waste any of our like potential for viewership on like stuff that we don't think is important. So like engagement or just like telling stories. We're just like, if I'm going to get eyeballs, they need to be on the thing that I'm selling right now. And if they're not on the thing that I'm selling right now, then like that was a wasted opportunity, which is false. Keeping in mind that every time you put out something that's selling, it's automatically going to plummet with respect to this game that's being played. I think of like old school Mario, like on the original Nintendo, 1D. Like he's running across and like you're trying to get those green mushrooms, those 1-ups, like you're getting live so you can keep playing. And every time you put out a sales post, it's like a Kumba coming for you. Like you could get bit and now like your viewership goes down because you're usually sending people elsewhere when you're putting out a sales post, right? You're like, DM me or go to this website or something like that. And when you're telling people to do something different, they're not going to do something else, right? Like if I'm saying DM me, I'm probably not going to get a bunch of thumbs up. I'm going to get more people DMing me. Whereas if I'm putting out an engagement question and I'm asking people to respond to me in the comments, they're going to. Right? And so it is this like juggling act of putting out content that's going to earn you points in the algorithm versus putting out content that's going to cost you points in the algorithm. Because every time you put out a post that doesn't get thumbs up or hearts or cares or comments or shares, the algorithm is reading that and going, that one wasn't very good. Maybe her next one won't be good either. And so it just starts like driving your visibility down. We're also seeing a much longer shelf life on Facebook. Like we've been talking about this for a few weeks now, maybe even a couple of months now, where you can see posts that are 2, 3, up to 4 weeks old on your feed. A lot of people are upset about that. I think this is great, but you now need to pivot your marketing strategy to account for that. Your runway needs to be longer for your launches because if, let's say, you only give yourself a 2-week launch and Facebook's not showing your post for 2 weeks, well, by the time people see the first post, you've already closed the doors. So, like, give yourself a longer runway to play the game. But, like, let's talk about how the algorithm actually works. So I wrote a post this morning where I was talking about like we're doing Go Viral. It starts on Wednesday. Like tomorrow's the last day to get in with the bonuses. It is a lifetime access course. So we're turning it evergreen. You can buy it whenever you want, but the bonuses disappear tomorrow. And I was talking about how all of the social media platforms want to or treat themselves like a museum, like a curated museum. They want to be the original owner of your original content. And that stands for like written and video. So in my post, I was talking about video because it's a little bit harder, right? With a written post, like you can just copy and paste it. There are no watermarks. There's no like identifying information. But if you're creating like a reel, a TikTok, a YouTube short, whatever, if you create those and then cross-post those to other platforms, they're watermarked. And they're watermarked because every platform wants to be the museum. They want to own the original piece. And so they're going to be like, yep, that's mine. I own that. That's mine. It's over here. And so anywhere you're cross-posting, like for example, if you record a TikTok and you cross-post it to your Instagram, which you can easily do right in the app, it's going to have a TikTok watermark on it, which is telling people on Instagram, this came from TikTok. So if you want more of her original stuff, come and find her over on TikTok. All of these platforms are watermarking. Yes, you can download like a watermark remover. It gives you a big blurry spot though. And if you are someone who wants to get visibility and be taken seriously, you're probably not going to want a big blurry spot on your video. What's worse is if you're like moving around, that blurry spot will blur right over your face if your face ends up behind where the watermark was. Like that is not the vibe or the energy that we want. And so like in Go Viral, I teach you how to download your videos up front before you upload them. And then what you want to do is upload them, edit them in each of the apps before posting so that each of those apps feels like they have the original. Okay. And when they think that they have the original, they're more likely to send you viewership. The other thing that we don't understand, most people don't understand, is that like Facebook, Instagram, all of these things have their own AI. AI has been around for like 15 plus years, probably even longer. It feels like it is brand new, but that's just because it's new in the hands of the everyday consumer. So, like, I know a lot of people are scared. I love AI. It's creating for you from what you teach it. So I've already built my own GPT and I'm obsessed with it, but it's also just scouring the internet. So like you can go to ChatGPT the same way you would go to Google. Obviously you need to do better prompts, but that's like a whole other kettle of fish and that's not why we're here. But like you can like have a conversation with it instead of Googling. So all of these platforms have their own AI. Their AI is constantly scanning what you're doing. So your written posts, your videos, it's scanning. So like I said, if this AI is scanning your like your Instagram reel, but it came from TikTok and has a TikTok watermark, it's going, "Oh, well that's a dupe." Like that's not the OG. We don't have the original. So we are not going to show that to people. We do not want people going over to TikTok and finding her other videos and following her over there. We want to keep them over here. So we're only going to show things that are original, curated, like OG pieces from this person, this creator here. We're going to keep it here. It's also scanning your description, your subject lines, your captions. It's scanning if you like have captions on screen, like closed captioning, which by the way, you should. I talk about this very heavily in Go Viral. You should have closed captioning on all of your video because like it is ableist if you don't. And you don't want to be ableist. Like I can hear perfectly well, but I have ADHD. I cannot sit there and listen to someone talk without captions. It drives me crazy. I need to keep scrolling. And so like it's scanning the captions. It's like listening to you and paying attention to what you say. Let's say you even put text overlay over your video. It's scanning that. And it's scanning this stuff for like being inappropriate, like bullying, sexualization, harassment, things like that are important that we don't perpetuate online, but it's also scanning for SEO. Instagram is getting rid of hashtags and going SEO. SEO is search engine optimization. So it wants to compete. Like TikTok is very quickly becoming one of the top search engine competitors alongside Google, Pinterest, YouTube, where that's where we go to look shit up. Okay, TikTok's up there. Instagram wants to play. I don't blame them. There's so many businesses on Instagram and in Facebook and within the metaverse. Why wouldn't you be doing that? Like, why are you making it harder for people if they're searching for things? And so like I shared yesterday, even YouTube, because they're so desperate for shorts right now, in your creator profile, you can see where the content gaps are. There's literally a section called content gaps. And it's going, we have people searching for this. The lists are so long. And we don't have enough shorts to fill the demand. We have a supply and demand issue. So hello, would you please go make some videos about these topics? Like, fuck yeah, I will. Why wouldn't I? You know how quickly you can like rise to like super high viewership and like really grow your audience when they're literally saying we don't have enough shorts with respect to how many people are searching these topics? Holy moly. Anyway, so these things are scanning and now they're using SEO to drive traffic to your videos. So this is why you need great hooks. This is why you need SEO in your captions. This is why you need closed captionings. This is why you need text overlays. This is why you need all of these things so that you can play the game. These algorithms also analyze, I've said it many times before, you have 6 seconds to get someone's attention. And if you don't have someone's attention within the first 6 seconds, they're gone. I personally believe that that's probably even lower now. So with respect to how long your video is, it doesn't really matter if it's 20 minutes or if it's 15 seconds. If you're losing people at that attention grabbing mark, your visibility is going to go down. They're going to go, nope, we've tested this. This many viewers are dropping off at this timestamp. Bury it. There's other things that people want to see. This one's not it. And so now, boom, Visibility down, views down. The same goes for, and this is where people really like, I'm going to blow your mind. Get ready. For written posts, these AI bots that are constantly scanning and updating the algorithm are counting how many words are in your posts and then going, okay, the average person can read X amount of words in this much time. So it would take the average person this long, whatever the number is, to read this post. Okay, so it should take 5 minutes to read 1,000 words. I don't know. I'm making that up. I don't know what the actual numbers are. It doesn't matter what the actual numbers are. But it's analyzing, okay, it should take this person, the average person, this long to read this post. It then analyzes how long you are on the screen. It's analyzing how long you are on the screen. So based on how long someone's long form post is on your screen, it's determining if you're reading it or if you're scrolling past it. What? Yes, it is analyzing to say, yep, people are stopping to read this. Nope, people are not stopping to read this. They haven't been captured. They need to be in here for X amount of seconds based on how many words there are here and how long it would take them to read it. They're scrolling. They're not reading it. They're scrolling. They're gone. Which again, with respect to the algorithm, points? No points. Are people sticking around to read your posts? Because you know what? We've all been there. We've scrolled, we've seen something from one of our friends. We don't read the whole thing, but we give it a heart because we love them. The algorithm knows. The algorithm knows if you read it or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you gave it a heart. If you didn't stick around to read it, that plays a role with respect to your viewership and your visibility. So now that you know how to actually play the game of what the algorithm is, and like I said, it's a game. Like you can get frustrated, you can get mad. Who fucking cares at the end of the day? You know how to play the game, so go fucking play it. Put out short, punchy things. Put out really engaging questions and encourage people to answer you in the comments. Tell stories that are authentic and interesting and lets people in and lets them see you and witness you and see themselves. Create content that speaks to people. Like be so direct. Be specific. Every time you are general, you are killing your visibility. Every time you are specific as hell, and it feels like you are only talking to one person and there's no way anyone else can relate, false. You are speaking clear as a freaking bell, and people are more likely to continue reading, following along, listening to you. So with respect to your videos, like using those hooks, grabbing people quickly. In the Go Viral, I talk about the first training, well, the second training. The first training is all about the different platforms. The second training is all about like just recording good video and keeping people's attention. Sitting like in your car and not moving and just like monotone talking isn't going to do it. Like there are ways to record great video, visually captivating, that like gets people excited to keep listening to you. And the more views you get, the more followers you get. Like that's just the name of the game. Short form video is for brand awareness. So it's not for sales. It's for showing people who you are and like having fun with them. That's what Reels is all about. Shorts, TikToks. Now that YouTube is seeking more shorts for education, that's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? We're doing something different over there. Okay, if you have questions about the algorithm, please feel free to let me know in the comments. I'm happy to answer whatever. But now that you know, like I said, now that you know how the algorithm is constantly scanning and analyzing you, you can play the game better. It's easier when you know the rules. Then you get to play the game better. Okay, final thing. Tomorrow is the last day to get the bonuses for Go Viral. So like I said, it's super short videos. I'm going to talk to you about all the different platforms. I'm going to teach you how to record amazing video, short, sweet, to the point. You don't need a bunch of tech. You don't need a bunch of lights. You don't need a bunch of equipment. That is crazy. You just need a window with some form of outside light is really the best for it. I talk about editing. There's a few videos where I talk about editing, adding captions, adding closed captioning, adding text overlay. I give you 30 days worth of hooks. I give you 8 templates that are customizable, face and faceless. So all you have to do is go in and either put your face in it, or you can just change the text. They're already ready to go. I'm talking about SEO. I'm talking about B-roll content, which is the most popular type of content according to the CEO of Instagram. I'm giving you hooks. I'm giving you prompts. I'm giving you all the things. It's $297 lifetime access. Every single person who did my Go Viral challenge in the past, which I ran it twice, that did a reel every day for the 30 days went viral. Every single person, 100% success rate, every single person that did one reel a day for 30 days went viral. And viral means 3 times your audience size. Many of these people did between 10 and 200 times their audience size. That's fucking huge. Like, there's no reason to not be using reels if you could get that type of reach. And then you're also going to get 2 live Q&A sessions with me in May. Those are a bonus. And then the other bonus is a full month of Trending Tuesday subscription, which every Tuesday I'm going to start sending you 7 to 10 trending audios plus tips on how to use them for every single niche. Every Tuesday, $27 a month. If you want to get that and you don't want to do the course, you can absolutely do that. But if you want the course, you're going to get Trending Tuesday for all of May for free as a bonus. I'm going to put the links in the comments, and I hope to see you in there. It's amazing. You're going to love it. Everybody loves it. All right, my friends, have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see y'all later. Bye. As we end another episode of Get Fully Booked, Go Viral, and Get Rich with Your Content, I just want to thank you for being part of this amazing community. Your dedication to your business and your dreams is so inspiring, and I am honored to be on this journey with you. Remember, your success is within reach, and I am here to support you every step of the way. Do not forget to subscribe to the podcast to keep the inspiration flowing. You can connect with me on Facebook, where we can continue the party. Join my Facebook group for even more insights and connections. And I've got amazing freebies and resources down in the show notes. They're chock full of goodies to help you level up your game. Until our next episode, stay committed, stay inspired, and keep pushing towards your dreams. You have got this.